I was always interested in becoming a teacher when I was growing up. I always thought I would be a teacher. And then as I got a little bit older, I thought that I would go into computer graphics or design. But all of the personality tests and career testing that was done always said that I should be a scientist. And I always wondered where that came from. I wasn't quite sure. And then I finally decided I was a computer graphics major and art major as I started college. And then I had a very influential professor my sophomore year of college that I was in his geography class, and I really enjoyed the physical sciences. And physical sciences had always come easy to me through schooling. And so after going through my geography class in college, I decided to change majors from art and computer graphics to geology. So one of the biggest draws to geology for me was my passion for travel and the opportunity that being a geologist was going to afford to me to be able to make those travel plans happen. It began, as a Girl Scout. I was just traveling around a lot to the local state parks and exploring those, and then continued in college. Did a lot of trips out west to South Dakota and Wyoming. Also trips down to Arkansas and Kansas, because there's some pretty cool geology down there. And learning a lot about the geologic history in all of those areas through that college experience. And then when I was a junior in college, I actually accompanied one of my professors to southern China, and worked in China as a field geologist in Guizhou and Guangxi provinces in southern China, which, so I got to visit Hong Kong on the way in and on the way out. And then also when I graduated from college, I moved out to California. And so I got to do a lot of environmental geology work in Southern California, in the Los Angeles basin. I've also done a lot of work in Arizona, and then moving back to Wisconsin here, I've done a lot of geology work with the state of Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois, Iowa. So that's one of the really cool things about being a geologist, is the ability to travel. Started out, I was collecting rocks on the Lake Michigan shoreline, and at the time when I was doing that, I never would have imagined that I was going to be a geologist when I grew up. I just knew I really liked looking for rocks on the Lake Michigan shoreline. And then when we started learning about Earth's history and some of the fossil records and some of the science related things to that, I just kind of gravitated towards that. So I would say definitely keep an open mind. And then in terms of being a girl in the STEM field, I would definitely say to set those milestones for yourself. Don't let anybody knock you off from a path that you're on, because I do see that as a pitfall, and distractions, and if you do hear things related to just you can't do that, I just don't listen to that. And if you have a passion and you have a desire, just keep reaching towards those goals. And if you believe it, it can happen. So I started in Girl Scouts in first grade and really enjoyed the day-to-day activities, and I especially enjoyed selling cookies and running my own cookie business. I love nothing more than to run door to door and be able to sell the cookies, and then the organization and deliver the cookies was just a very satisfying thing for me. I stayed with the Girl Scouts because I really felt there was the opportunity to learn so much. There was a lot of skills that I learned through Girl Scouts that I wouldn't have been able to learn in other in my normal day-to-day life. And so I stayed with the Girl Scouts for that. I was able to take some really amazing trips. I did a trip to Chicago, to Milwaukee, a lot of hiking trips, and also, just really enjoyed the opportunities that Girl Scouts afforded me. And the Girl Scouts mission is to build girls of courage, confidence, and character. And I really attribute a lot of those characteristics that I have now in my career and in my life to my being a Girl Scout. And I joined the board about 8 years ago now in an effort to provide that experience, or make sure that experience stays available to the next generation. And so I've been on the board of directors for the Girl Scouts of the Northwestern Great Lakes for the past 8 years. I am the current first vice chair and chair of the Fund Development Committee, and I'm a lifetime Girl Scout. So my artifact is actually my hiking boots from my college field camp days. I wore those boots for 6 weeks out in the Salt Lake City region of Utah, and hiked around the Wasatch Mountains, doing mapping and geologic field activities as I prepared for my career. They've also treated me very well on camping trips that happened after college, but the bulk of the wear and tear that you see on them is from those the rocks in the Wasatch Mountains in Utah. Also, I do also have my field book pouch that was actually awarded to me in college as one of our annual awards with the geology department at UW-Oshkosh. And so I'm including that because it's meaningful both in my success, in my schooling, going into that STEM field as a geologist, and it's just really representative of kind of the day-to-day tools that geologists in the field would use.